Hare Krishna. In last class, we were discussing so 12th till 12th sloka we did. So we are going to continue further. So till 12th sloka, in the last sloka we were seeing the three kinds in 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we discussed the three types of bhakti. So actually it is Swarupa Siddha Bhakti was discussed in these slokas 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. In that 8th sloka, that Swarupa Siddha Bhakti is once again categorized into two types. That is Sakama, Saguna and Nirguna. So Saguna Bhakti is once again categorized into two types. Sakama and another is Kaivalya Kama. So Sakama is once again divided into two types. Tamasic and Rajasic. So tamasic and Rajasic. So tamasic Swarup Siddha Bhakti. That means someone is doing so Sakshat Bhakti, Swarupa Siddha Bhakti, that means Navadha Bhakti, Shravanam Kirtanam. So out of anger, pride or enviousness, then it is Tamasic Bhakti. Tamasic Bhakti. Rajasic Bhakti means when this Shravanam Kirtanam Ityadi, these are done for the material gain or the name, fame, and so and so. So then it is known as Rajasic Bhakti. And when this Bhakti, Swarupa Siddha Bhakti is done for the sake of liberation, or otherwise with the attitude of duty, that means with the duty mind, if one does this, so then it is Satvika Bhakti or Kaivalya Kama Satvika Bhakti, it is said. And next, so Nirguna Bhakti. In the case of Nirguna Bhakti, two criteria has to be fulfilled. What are those two criteria? So Madguna Shruti Matrena. Next, Manogati Ravachinna. So that means this bhakti is done, this glorification of the Lord, Madguna Shruti Matrena. So glorifying the Lord is done only for the sake of glorifying. So there is no other motivation. Then, so that means it is unmotivated. That means there is no any other cause for doing this. And another is how it is performed. Manogatir avachinna. So mind is fixed on the Lord who is residing in the heart of everyone. So without any interruption. Manogati avachinna. So example is given like Ganges water, Mother Ganga, so directly flows without any interruption into ocean. The same way, mind has to be fixed. It should not be affected or it should not be attracted by any material objects. So then this is the bhakti. So it is known as Nirguna Bhakti. But in the case of Sakama Bhakti, that means is there, one is doing the Shravanam Kirtanam, but his mind is attracted towards the material objects. He is doing Shravanam Kirtanam, but for the sake of material gain. So then it is known as Sakama Bhakti. And when one is motivated, that means mind is controlled, but one is motivated by the liberation, and if he is doing bhakti, then that is known as Satviki Bhakti. So in this way, these two criteria is separating Nirguna Bhakti from Sakama Bhakti and also Satviki Bhakti or Kaivalya Kama Bhakti. This is the Satviki Bhakti or the Kaivalya Kama Bhakti. So is also same. Yeah. Our Sakama Bhakti or Rajasika Tamasika Bhakti is also same. For the different notations. Okay. Next 13 sloka. Salokya sarishti samipya sarupyaikatvam दीयमानं न गृह्णन्ति विना मत्सेवनं जनाः. Translation. Vipin Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Buddhanda Pranam.
Yeah.
A pure devotee does not accept any kind of liberation, Salokya, Sasti, Samipya, Sarupya, or Ekatva, even though they are offered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Okay. So, Ahaituki Tvameva Visheshtha Darshayati. In this sloka, what is said? Ahaituki, unmotivatedness, is elaborated here. In the previous sloka, we understood Nirguna Bhakti. So, two criteria are there. What are those? Uninterruptedness, and unmotivatedness. So, unmotivatedness, Ahaituki Tvam, is explained in this sloka, is elaborated in this sloka. That means they are not even, when who are doing Nirguna Bhakti, pure devotional service, they are not motivated by this kind of liberations. Salokya, Sarishti Samipya. Salokya means being in the same planet, yes, going to the same planet. Sarishti means attaining the same opulence with the Lord. And Samipya means becoming close to the Lord. Sarupya means getting the same form. And Ekatvam is the Saijya, that is oneness. These are the 5 kinds of the muktis are said, and a pure devotee is not interested in these things. Diyamanam na gruhnanti. Even Lord is going to offer to them, he is not ready to take. Janaha madiyaha salokyadikamapi utapi diyamanamapi na gruhnanti matsevanam vina. So that means what they want then? These devotees, they want only matsevanam. So we have seen in the Ashtanga Yogi case also, he is using bhakti. So just to purify his heart, and then after that he is leaving that bhakti. That means he doesn't want to serve Lord by remembering, by chanting, or by hearing nothing. He is just using bhakti, and after that he is living. This is the generally, so people who are desire for liberation, their mentality is like that. But pure devotees, they are not interested in this kind of liberation. They are always wants to do service. Bhakti means what? The Swarupa Lakshana of the Bhakti. Bhakti is Bhaji Sevayam. From this dhatu it is derived. It is indicating Bhakti means service. So that's why Mat Sevanarthameva Gruhnanti. Only for the sake of service. So they are doing Bhakti, not any other purpose. Sarishtihi Samanaishwaryam Ekatvam Bhagavat Sahajyam Brahma Sahajyam. Here in this sloka, Ekatvam is said as Bhagavat Sahajyam or Brahma Sahajyam. Okay. Anayoho tallilatmakatvena tassevanardatva abhavat agrahana avashyakatvam iti bhavaha. So even they don't want ekatvam, because tallilatmakatvena tatsevanardatva abhava. Why they don't want Bhagavad Sahajyam or Brahma Sahajyam? Because once they merge into the Bhagavan or the Brahman, there is no possibility of doing the service. So that's why. So there is agrahana avashyakatvam eva. So that's why he is not going to accept even Sahaj also. Ekatvam. You are coming every day 1 o'clock. It's not good. Okay? You are not an official guest here or a student. You should come on the time. So this is the explanation. Next purport. Lord Chaitanya teaches us how to execute pure devotional service out of spontaneous love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the Sikshastakam, he prays to the Lord, O Lord, I don't wish to gain from you and you any wealth, nor do I wish to have a beautiful wife, nor do I wish to have many followers. Nadhanam najanam nasundarim kavitamva. So these are all you all know. So the same slokas translation is given. So devotees, they are not interested in any of these. There is a similarity between the prayers of Lord Chaitanya and the statements of Srimad Bhagavatam. Lord Chaitanya prays in life after life, indicating that a devotee doesn't even desire the cessation of birth and death. Even devotee doesn't want any mukti also. He may go to the hell also, but only thing is desiring so only the service and the association of the devotees. You can see the same thing in the case of Prahlad Maharaj's prayers, and also in the Sanat Kumaras. At that time, Prithu Maharaj also prayers. Prithu Maharaj is also praying, and also like this, many places will be seeing devotees. Even the Chatush Kumaras, they are also praying. So they want only remembering the Lord and they want service bhakti. So to continue, even they are ready to go to hell. So it is clearly stated here in that a pure devotee doesn't desire ekatva, oneness with the Supreme Lord, as desired by the impersonalists, the mental speculators, and the meditators. To become one with the Supreme Lord is beyond the dream of pure devotee. Sometimes he may accept promotion to the Vaikuntha planets to serve the Lord there, but he will never accept merging into the Brahman effulgence, which he considers worse than hellish. So Ekatva, actually this Ekatva point is explained in this paragraph. Kaivalya also is said, that is not desired by any devotee. Then after that next paragraph, when a devotee is promoted to the spiritual world Vaikuntha, he receives 4 kinds of facilities. So that's the Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, Sarishti. These things are said. Even they are also not so interested by the devotees. In Sarishti liberation, the opulence of the devotee is equal to the opulence of the Supreme Lord. Samipya means he is personal associate of the Lord. In Sarupya liberation, the bodily features of devotee are exactly like those of Supreme. But for 2 or 3 symptoms found exclusively on the transcendental body of the Lord, Srivatsa. So even some people, that means some get this Sarupya Mukti, they look exactly like Vishnu, but there is a difference is there. What is that? Srivatsa. So for example, the hair on the chest of the Lord particularly distinguish him from his devotees. Srivatsa will not be there in the other Vishnu, others, that means who got the same form of Vishnu. Srivatsa will not be there. And also Kaustubha also will not be there actually. So this, and a pure devotee doesn't accept these 5 kinds of spiritual existence even if they are offered. So that is the same point is repeated here. So that's why he simply aspires to serve the Lord. That is the highest happiness. Okay. So after describing in the 11th, 12th slokas about the Nirguna Bhakti, so finally in the 13th sloka, what is said? So that pure devotee is desiring of what is only service. That is said here. Okay. Saeva bhakti yoga kya atyantika udahurtaha येनातिव्रज्य त्रिगुणम् मद्भावायोपपद्यते. Translation: by attaining the highest platform of devotional service, as I have explained, one can overcome the influence of the 3 modes of material nature and be situated in the transcendental stage as is the Lord. So then what is said here? So after telling this, devotee desire only, so interested in the service, next is said, Sahayeva Bhakti Yoga Akya. This is Bhakti Yoga. This Nirguna Bhakti is known as Bhakti Yoga. Nirguna Bhakti is known as Bhakti Yoga. And Atyantikaha Udaharutaha. It is the ultimate actually. Yena, by this Bhakti Yoga, what will? Ativrajyati Grunam. That means one is transcending the three modes. And what? Madbhavayopapadyate. He is getting the Lord, Supreme Lord. Lord's Prema. Here Bhava means Lord's Prema. He is getting the Prema. Madbhavayopapadyate. Okay, that is the basic meaning of this sloka. Sayeva Bhakti Yoga Akya. So Bhakti Yoga means dash. Write the filling, right? 4 options. So Tamasika Bhakti, Rajasika Bhakti, Sattviki Bhakti, and Nirguna Bhakti. 4 choices. Bhakti Yoga means Nirguna Bhakti. And it is what? It is the ultimate. So now we are going to prove that Bhakti Yoga is ultimate, not the liberation or not other things. So by that Bhakti Yoga, what one is going to get? Madbhavaha means Bhagavat Prema. This. Here Bhava means you should take Prema. Tasma Saiva Nirguna Bhakti Yogaha Bhakti Yogakyah Atyantikaha. Bhakti Yoga is the ultimate. Sa esha cha antima falataya bhavati iti apavargaha ityardaha. It is ultimate means what? It is the final result. Bhakti Yoga is the ultimate result of all the sadhanas actually. Ultimately what? One should situated in Nirguna Bhakti. One should be situated in the Nirguna Bhakti. That means Nirguna Bhakti is the ultimate result. Natyantikam Viganayanti Ityadehe. This we studied in the chapter, I think in the previous, in the Kumara's prayers. In the last Kumara's prayers are saying, na? So Natyantikam Viganayanti. What is anyone remember this sloka number? This is 11th, sorry, 3rd canto, 15th chapter, almost all last, maybe 48. Huh? 48. There, what Kumaras are saying with are praying. They are praying. Kumaras are praying to whom? Vishnu. So what they are praying? 3rd canto, 15, 48. Natyantikam Viganayantyapiti te prasadam. So translation is, you remember here, persons who are very expert and most intelligent in understanding things as they are engaged in the hearing narrations of auspicious activities and pastimes of the Lord, which are worth chanting and worth hearing. Such persons don't care even the highest material benediction, namely liberation. Devotees don't care liberation. Okay. So that means ityadiyahe atyantika falataya tad prasiddhescha. That means from there we are understanding what bhakti is the ultimate result, because even liberation is also not the ultimate result actually of practicing any sadhana. Liberation cannot be the ultimate result, because Kumaras himself they are saying. So in the 3, 15, 48. Liberation. Even devotees, they don't care for the highest material results, and also that is such as liberation. So nanu gunatrayatyayaपूर्वकं bhagavad-sakshatkara eva apavargah iti. Here bhakti yoga is also said as this bhakti. Can you, this light is for online students is visible, my board? Huh? Acha. On site, you're able to see the board? Anyway, they can see there on the screen. Is Atyantikaha, and also it is also known as Apavargaha. Apavargaha. It is Apavargaha. Apavargaha means what? What is Apavargaha? Apavarga is the bhakti or the mukti? Apavargaha is bhakti or mukti? Tell me. It is generally mukti, but we should take bhakti. Apavarga, real apavarga is what? Bhakti. So that's why bhakti we should take. Where it is said in the 5th canto, 18th chapter, sloka number 19th chapter, 20th verse. We discussed in the 1st canto, 2nd chapter, dharmasya apavargasya. In that apavargaha means there, we discussed apavargaha means what there? Huh? Punit Prabhu? Liberation. Apavargaha means the one which leads to bhakti. Bhakti sampadakaha. Apavarga means bhakti sampadakaha. The one which leads to bhakti or gives bhakti. The one which gives bhakti. There bhakti means what we understood? Vasudeva Kataruchi. And the one which gives, that is Apavarga. That is nothing but the dharma. That one, Apavarga, the one which leads to bhakti. Their bhakti is said as Vasudeva Katharuchi. This. So that's why here Bhakti Yoga is nothing but the Nirguna Bhakti. That means these many names are there. Nirguna Bhakti, Bhakti Yoga, Atyantikaha Yoga, Apavargaha, all are same. And Atyantikaha means ultimate result. How can you say this is ultimate result? By using the 3:15:48. You are saying it is ultimate result. Because moksha is not ultimate. So bhakti is only the ultimate. And by this bhakti yoga, what you will gain? Yena kim upapadyate? Yena kim upapadyate? Madbhava. Madbhavaya upapadyate. Madbhava. So madbhava means mama bhavaya vidyamanataya sakshatkara. Here madbhava you can take several meanings. That means madbhava means so sakshatkara of the Lord. You can take that also. Or otherwise prema. Bhagavat prema. This also you can take. That is a bhava. Madbhava means Bhagavat prema or the Bhagavat sakshatkara. There are two different types of meanings are given. Tadvad anyesha matsatkashkara now. That means, so one may say, Are, kaisa bol rahe hain aap? How can you say? So here madbhava means Bhagavat sakshatkara. So this can be possible by even by the Bhakti Mishra Yoga. Yes? In Bhakti Mishra Yoga we have seen or not? In Bhakti Mishra Yoga, we understood what is the thing he is finally seeing Lord or not. Yes? He is seeing Lord or not. So then Bhakti Mishra Yoga is also doing. What is the specialty of your Nirguna Bhakti? Even by using Bhakti Mishra Yoga also, you are able to get the darshan of the Lord. So, but what is the difference? There you are getting the darshan of Paramatma, not the Bhagavan. But here you are going to get the Bhagavan. That means Bhakti Yoga will make you, will is the cause for the getting the Sakshatkara of the complete Tattva. That is the thing. Complete Tattva is manifesting or is appearing. Sakshatkara is happening by the Bhakti Yoga, not by the other yogas. Other yoga, simple Ashtanga Yoga, is only giving the Paramatma. He is not complete. So that's why here, Bhagavat Sakshatkara. You are getting Madbhavaha means Bhagavat Sakshatkara. Okay. Next. So, or otherwise Bhagavad Prema. By this Prema, so in the last sloka, as it is said, one is not interested in the, so this Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, Sarishti, Ityadi Muktis also. Yacha Vrajanti Animisham Ityadehe Brahma Kaivalyam tu Tesham na Bhavatyeva. Yacha Vrajanti Animishadi Ityadehe. What is sloka number of this? Can anyone say? Yacha Vrajantyanimisha Ityadehe. Three 15:23. Okay, bro. What is said in that? 3:15:23. What is saying? 25. It is said here, persons whose bodily features change in ecstasy and whose breathe heavily and perspire due to hearing the glories of the Lord are prompted to the kingdom of God, even though they don't care for meditation and other austerities. The kingdom of God is above the material universe and it is desired by Brahma and other demigods. So 3:15:25. Who is saying this? Brahmaji is saying to, yes, demigods. Brahmaji to demigod. What he is saying? But he is describing about the Vaikunta. So how this Vrajanti Animisham Rushabhanu Vrutya Dure Yama Hi Upari Nah Spruhaniya Shilah Bartur Meta so Suyashoh Katanuraga so Vaiklavya Bhashpa Kalaya Pulaki Krutanga. So here what is that? By this Bhakti Yoga. So what is happening? So persons who bodily features change in ecstasy and who breathe heavily and prosper due to hearing the glories of God are prompted to the kingdom of God. They don't care for meditation and other austerities. So by this thing also, so people who are doing the devotion, Shravanam Kirtanam, they are developing these so many symptoms like so getting the tears and so, and they don't care for the any other so austerities and other so care for meditation or other austerities, no other sadhanas they take. So from this we are clearly understanding Shravanam Kirtanam is the highest. This Bhakti Yoga is the ultimate. And in front of Bhakti Yoga, other sadhanas are nothing. That's why we have to prove here in this sloka what Bhakti Yoga is the ultimate and Bhakti Yoga is superior to everything. So this Bhakti Yoga is like this. And Yathoktam Panchame next Ityadina Brahma Kaivalyam Tesham na Bhavatya. Ye Yatham. So that means whoever is doing the bhakti yoga, so they are going where? They are going the Vaikuntha. Based upon 3:15:23, we are saying bhakti yoga is ultimate sadhana, and by doing that bhakti yoga, they are developing the symptoms of the ecstasy, and finally they are going to the Vaikuntha, not to Brahman realization. Okay. So what is the destiny of the bhakti yoga? That is Vaikuntha. That's the point is clear here. Okay. And also ye yatha mam prapadyante ityadina sannidharana bhagavat pratignanat tat kratunyayatcha. So, and also ye yatha mam prapadyante. These devotees what? So whoever is in the doing the devotion, they are interested in the service only. So that's why they will be getting the service by doing the bhakti yoga, because Lord is saying, ye yatha mam prapadyante tam sadaiva bhajamyam. So whoever is doing bhakti yoga means so service. So they will be getting the service only in the even in the and as a result. So service is the result for this service, and not the Brahman relation. Bhakti yoga will give the Vaikuntha. And that bhakti yoga is apavargaha. So it is said in the 5, 19, 20. Okay. Next, so yathoktam panchame yatha in this, and ananya nimitta bhakti yoga lakshana nana gati nimitta vidya grandhi bandhana dwarena yada. Okay. Ityantena. And also Rajan Patir Guru Ityado Tadrsha Bhaktireva Durlabhatvam. So Rajan, that means Muktim Dadati Nakarhichit Bhaktim. So that is a sloka actually. And also from this sloka, what is sloka number? This Rajan Patir. Can anyone say? Rajan Patir. Five, 6, 18. Yes. So Lord gives so easily mukti, but not the bhakti. He gives bhakti, but not it's impossible, but gives, that means after. So proper eligible candidate, for him only he gives bhakti. But he gives very easily mukti. Getting bhakti is not so easy. So from this all, what you are understanding? What this sloka is saying? This sloka is saying that so bhakti yogakyam atyantikam udahritah yena ativrajya trigunam madbhavaya upapadyate. After that means Kapila Bhagavan explained in the previous chapters Gnana Mishra Bhakti, and that is in the which chapter? In 27. And what is the result of this? Brahman realization. And in the next Bhakti Mishra Gnana, this is Bhakti Mishra Gnana, he explained. And after that, Bhakti Mishra Yoga, he explained. And what is the realization? And now he explained the three bhakti, 4. That means Tamasika, Rajasika, Satvika, and Nirguna. So Nirguna Bhakti he explained. After explaining these 3, so he is saying that so this Nirguna Bhakti is Atyantikaha. That means this Nirguna Bhakti is ultimate. This is ultimate actually. Why it is ultimate? Because it is giving the ultimate result. It is giving the ultimate result. Nirguna Bhakti. What is that ultimate result? That itself. That is Bhakti itself is the ultimate result. So that is itself is ultimate result also. That is the meaning of Atyantikaha. So Bhakti's ultimate result, how you are saying, even it is the so superior to this also and this also, because we are seeing in the 3, 15, 48. Kumaras are saying this Bhakti Yoga is superior to the Brahman realization also. And that's why we took this 3, 15, 48. And then after that, so this Bhakti Yoga is here we are seeing Bhakti is used. Here Bhakti is used, but this Bhakti is helping Jnana and finally getting the Brahman and Paramatma. But if you do the Nirguna Bhakti, what you are going to get? Purely Vaikuntha only, not Brahman realization. This is the point, not Brahman realization. This is said in which sloka? 3, 15, 23. Not the Brahman realization. You are going to get the so ultimately Bhakti. That means maybe you may get bewilderment by doing the Bhakti. Maybe Brahman or Paramatma you get. No. By doing Bhakti, you will be getting the 3, 15, 23. Brahmaji say, you will be getting the not Brahman relation, but Bhakti only. So, ye yathamam prapadyante. See, so that's why that is also whoever is doing the Bhakti, then what they will desire actually. What they will do, that means whatever they desire, the Bhakti can give. But what they desire actually, they will be desiring only Bhakti service only. They desire only service only. They desire so service only. Bhakti Yoga. Yeah. And also, this Bhakti is ultimate. You can say how Lord gives very easily mukti, but not Bhakti. So from this also you should understand what Bhakti is Atyantika or not. It is said in 5, 6, 18. Okay. So purport, Sripad Shankaracharya, who is supposed to be the leader of the impersonalist school of philosophers, has admitted in the beginning of his comments on Bhagavad Gita that Narayana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is beyond the material creation except for him. Everything is within the material creation. It is also confirmed in the Vedic literature that before the creation there was only Narayana. Neither Lord Brahma nor Lord Shiva existed. Only Narayana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu or Krishna, is always in the transcendental position beyond the influence of material creation. The material qualities of goodness, passion, and ignorance cannot affect the position of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, he is called the Nirguna. So, Nirguna Bhakti, also it is said actually, Bhakti, this we are worshipping in the Nirguna Bhakti. What is happening? In the Nirguna Bhakti, one is so meditating on whom? One is meditating on the Sarva Guhashaye. That means who is in the heart of everyone. So Lord in heart of everyone. That is the object. So they are meditating on this. They are meditating on the Lord, and this Lord. How can you say meditating on the Lord can be Nirguna? One may say Lord is also Saguna. Saguna means he is also out of uh, material modes. Like Mayavadis, what they say. So Ishvara is nothing but the Maya Vachina Chaitanyam, or otherwise Maya Pratbimbita Chaitanyam. So that concept is rejected actually. That is not actually. Lord is, we already established in the third canto, 15, 15th chapter. In that section, we established Lord is what? Transcendental. Mayavadi's concepts all are rejected. Okay? By the realization of the Kumaras, we established or not. So that anyway you should remember. So that's why the Lord is transcendental, who is in the heart of everyone, and he is transcendental, and his quality is also transcendental. Anything connected to him is also nirguna. So that's why this bhakti is known as nirguna bhakti. Okay. So you should not say that you are meditating on the Lord who is having the form. So and it is also saguna. No, that's a nirguna bhakti because Lord is beyond the three modes and his form is not out of the modes. That's the point. Here Prabhupada is also once again reminding us, just as the Lord is unaffected by the influence of the material modes, so too are his pure devotees. One who is not affected by the three modes of material nature is called the liberated soul or the Brahmabhuta soul. Brahmabhuta Prasannatma is a stage of liberation. Aham Brahmasmi. Okay. Next, okay, Prabhupada is again and again is condemning this impersonalist view and also ekatvam liberation. Okay, next. Nishevitena namittena swadharmena mahiyasa kriya yogena shastena नाति हिंस्रेण नित्यशः मद्दिष्ण्यदर्शन स्पर्श पूजा पूजास्तुत्यभिवन्दनैः भूतेषु मद्भावनया सत्त्वेन संगमेन च महतां बहुमानेन दीनानामनुकम्पया मैत्र्या चैवात्मतुल्येषु यमेन नियमेन च आध्यात्मिकानुश्रवणात् नाम संकीर्तनाच्च मे आर्जवेनार्यसंगेन निरहं क्रियया तथा मद्धर्मणो गुणैरेतैः परिसंशुद्ध आशयः पुरुषस्याञ्जसाभ्येति श्रुतमात्रगुणं हि माम्. So from, okay, this is clear. 14. 15 to 19. Total how many? 5 slokas. In these 5 slokas, what we are going to discuss? What? What we are going to discuss? From 15 to 19 is discussing about karma gnana mishra bhakti. Okay, this is the discussion. Mother, what she asked? Mummy kya pucha? Tell me. What mother asked? You should say answer according to the question only, na? What question is asked according to that only answer will be given. What is the mother's question? What is the question of mother? Mother Devhuti. Tell me. Which bhakti is easy for me? Where he said? Mike. No. In this chapter. Acha, explain the details of. What it mean? Here, N moolam is there. Okay. So, if you see sloka number 329, 1, 2. In this, mother is asking a question, wonderful question actually. She is asking, karma gnana mishra bhakti. In 3:9:29:12, mother asked the question. So what she's asking, please explain me. Explain me. What? What she wants to hear. Explain me. Bhakti. Yes? Bhakti yoga. Bhakti yogasya. What is that? Bhakti yogasya. Me margam. Bhakti yogasya me margam bruhi. And please explain Bhakti yoga. Did she ask the pure Bhakti yoga means what we understood? Bhakti yoga means Nirguna Bhakti. Anytime Bhakti yoga means you should take as Nirguna Bhakti, not the so-called this. Then why he is telling the Karma Gnana Mishra Bhakti? Yes, she asked Bhakti yoga. Then what he has to tell? Only Nirguna Bhakti he should tell. Then why he is telling about the Karma Gnana Mishra Bhakti? This question you can get. Then answer is what? She is not asking simply Bhakti yoga, but please explain me Bhakti yoga, which is Yanmoolam Yatha Sankeshu Yanmoolam Yata Sankheshu Katitam Yanmulam Tat Prachakshate. She is saying that. So please explain Bhakti Yoga, which is. Here Moolam means root cause, or otherwise you can take which is the result also. Which is the result of all the Sankhya and so on. So which is the Sridhar Swami is giving Yanmulam means what? If you see Sridhar Swami's commentary, Yanmulam, in that sloka, Yanmulam means he's saying, Sridhar commentary, tell me, Pitambar Chaitanya bro, for the first, second sloka.
Yat moolam, yo bhakti yogo moolam prayojanam. Yes, tad moolam tad katitam.
Tad prachakshate.
Yes. Tasya bhakti yogasya margasya prakaram vistarom.
Yan moolam in this glossing, moolam is said as prayojanam. Prayojanam. So anyway, I am not explaining the complete Sanskrit, but here moolam means prayojanam. That means please explain me bhakti yoga, which is the result. Prayojanam means result of all Sankhya philosophies. Result of Sankhya and so on. So now what is happening, you will see. She is asking Bhakti Yoga, and also she is asking this should be the result of Sankhya. That way you should explain. So that's why he is explaining in the 15 to 19 all the karma and gnana. These are the ultimately limbs are leading to what? Leading to bhakti. Their result is bhakti. So that means they are angas actually. Karma, gnana are the angas, and they are leading to bhakti. So or otherwise, karma, gnana, mishra bhakti. So here, karma, gnana, mishra bhakti can be done for the material desires, can be done for the liberation, can be done for the bhakti also. What is the goal of that? Means one may do gnana mishra bhakti for getting what? For getting the liberation. One may do karma mishra bhakti for getting the material results, or one may do karma gnana mishra bhakti either for the material results, or either for the liberation, or for the bhakti also. That means sakaitava, akaitava. There are the two kinds of terminologies are there. So here what is I am saying? Ultimately here karma gnana mishra bhakti is explained, so which is targeted towards the bhakti only, ultimately to get the bhakti only. These are practiced, this sadhana. Karma gnana mishra bhakti is a sadhana that is explained for what? For gaining the bhakti. So this is the, she only asked, please explain me bhakti yoga, which is a result of Sankhya and so on. That's the thing actually. That's why he's explaining here karma gnana mishra bhakti. So here Srila Jiva Goswami is writing, Atra Suddha Bhaktehe Sadhyatvepi Gnana Karma Mishra Bhakti Sadhanataya Nirdesha Yatmula Turushiti Shri Jevahuti Prasnanusarat. So what you should understand, Shuddha Bhakti means Nirguna Bhakti. Nirguna Bhakti is another name you can add, one more name, Shuddha Bhakti. Shuddha Bhakti can be sadhana. It can be what? Sadhana to get the sadhya. Sadhya is also what? Nirguna Bhakti. This is sadhya. He could have explained only so sadhya or sadhana, which is nothing but Nirguna Bhakti. But here he is explaining what? He is explaining the Karma Gnana Mishra Bhakti. So Gnana Karma Mishra Bhakti, whatever you can take. Gnana Karma Mishra Bhakti. He's explaining this Karma Mishra Bhakti as sadhana to get the Bhakti means Nirguna. This is. Why she asked like that? Please explain me Bhakti Yoga, which is the result of Sankhya and others. She asked like that. That's why you see. Sadhya is this only, Nirguna Bhakti only. But Gnana Karma Mishra Bhakti is sadhana. Sadhanataya Nirdeshaha Yanmulam Tat Prachakshashe iti Sri Devahuti Prashna Anusara. Why here Gnana Karma Mishra Bhakti in this chapter, Gnana Karma Mishra Bhakti is discussed as a sadhana? Tell me, write the question. Why Lord Kapila is explaining Gnana Karma Mishra Bhakti as a sadhana in this chapter? Rather, in this chapter, why? So Lord Kapila is explaining Gnana Karma Mishra Bhakti as a sadhana. Because then we should write answer that in this same chapter, Devahuti was asking to explain her Bhakti Yoga, which is a result of the Sankhya and so and so. That's why. So you understood the Anyatu. So, but his mata, this is Kapila Bhagavan, because his mother asked her to explain. But what is his mata? His mata is he doesn't want to use Gnana Karma Mishra Bhakti to get the Nirguna Bhakti. He wants to use Nirguna Bhakti only, or otherwise Suddha Bhakti. Suddha Bhakti is the sadhana to get the Suddha Bhakti. Suddha Bhakti is a sadhana to get the Suddha Bhakti. See, here's sadhana and sadhya. So Suddha Bhakti is the sadhya. So this is actually a Lord's opinion. He wanted like this. Even we also wanted like this. We don't want to use the Gnana Karma Mishra Bhakti to get the Nirguna Bhakti. Suddha Bhakti we do to get the Suddha Bhakti. Where it is said? In 3rd canto, 29th chapter. Satam Prasanga, sloka number, tell me. Huh? 25. Huh? Achha. So there he explained how they are getting the Shraddha Ratir Bhaktir Anukramishati. So he's saying that people, devotees, they are in the association, they always Satam Prasangat Mama Virya Samvado. What is that? Bhavanti Hurutkarna Rasaya Kathaha. So Tadjoshana Ashu Apavarga Vartmani Shraddha Ratir Anukramishati. Their Apavarga means what? Apavarga means Bhakti Yoga. Okay. So that's why his opinion is what? Doing this Satam Prasanga Mamavirya Samvida. That means serving the Lord's pastimes, Lord's glories. That the serving Lord's glories means hearing and chanting. This is his opinion. This is his opinion that one should do to get what? Rati and Bhakti. Bhakti means prema. So that is explained in 3:25-25. That is his opinion actually. But mother asked, that's why he is explaining the Gnana Karma Mishra Bhakti. Okay, these chapters are very important. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 are very crucial actually. Lot of different types of bhaktis and varieties of the bhaktis is discussed and philosophy is also discussed. So try to understand clearly what is this. Okay, Lord's opinion is what? Getting Suddha Bhakti by using Suddha Bhakti. But mother, what she asked? So Suddha Bhakti, how it is attained as a result for the others. That's why he's explaining in the 15 to 19 these slokas. Now your task is, you should see in the 15 to 29 in these slokas, Karma Gnana Mishra Bhakti means what I said. Mishra Bhakti means Sangha Siddha Bhakti. How it is? Sangha Siddha Bhakti, Vahu, what is the definition yesterday I said? Tell me, Sangha Siddha Bhakti. What items you should find? By nature it is not Bhakti. Huh? Yes, by the association, being in association of the Bhakti, it is becoming Bhakti. That means here definitely Bhakti should be there. Bhakti means what? An association of the Bhakti, something is becoming the Bhakti. So definitely Bhakti should be there. Bhakti means, in generally Bhakti means what? Nirguna Bhakti. That means Sakshat Bhakti. Suddha Bhakti means Shravanam Kirtanam. Sakshat or Sarupa Siddha. Okay. Please note this every point in detail. Shravanam Kirtanam is nothing but the Bhakti. And in association now, if you want Karma Gnana Mishra Bhakti, then you should fill these blanks with what? Karma and also Gnana. So Karma and Gnana are done along with the Nirguna Bhakti. So that means in 14 to 19 slokas, you should identify some items as Karma items, some items as Gnana, and some items are the Nirguna Bhakti. So that is your task, do that. Then all the 5 slokas can be explained at a time. It will finish. Getting Rangamaya Prabhu. So in 15 to 19, in these 5 slokas, what Bhakti is explained? Huh? Karma Gnana Mishra Bhakti. So it is nothing but Sangha Siddha Bhakti. So in this, what is, so Karma Gnana Mishra Bhakti means in that what should be need? Karma is, it should be there, Gnana should be there, and also Bhakti should be there. So that's why you take three boxes. In one box you write Bhakti. Bhakti means what? Nirguna Bhakti, that is nothing but Shravanam Kirtanam. And in one box you should write Gnanam. And in one box, Karma. They both Karma and Gnana are practiced along with the Shravanam Kirtan, that is Bhakti. That's why these two are also known as Bhagavad Dharma are the Bhakti. So this is nothing but the Mishra Bhakti. Understanding? So now in the 15 to 19 slokas, you should see some items Karma and some items of Gnana and some items of the Bhakti. Okay? बहुत गर्म लग रहा है एक्चुअली, सब ब्लैक हो गए. अच्छा, हाँ, एकदम नहीं है. ये कर्टन भी ठीक है 15. See in this you identify what are what. So a devotee, translation, I am reading translation. A devotee must execute his prescribed duties, which are glorious, without material profit, without excessive violence, and should regularly perform one's devotional activities. So it is English translation. You go to the Sanskrit. Nishevitena animittena swadharmena. This what? Karma. So karma is there. Yes. First item, karma. And Kriya Yoga. So Kriya Yoga means some devotional service, devotional activities. So karma item is there or not? Devotionals is there or not? Himsa is there. Ahimsa and so without any violence. Okay. This is this. You go to the next sloka. So we'll read the purports also and at one shot. So we'll first of all try to identify. So many times devotees, they feel struggle actually. They struggle to identify is what kind of bhakti. Whether it is karma mishra bhakti, it is gnana mishra bhakti, is karma gnana mishra bhakti, or pure bhakti, they so feel difficulty actually. So now that's why we are going to see that. So madishnya darshana sparsha puja stutyabhivandanaihi bhuteshu madbhavanaya satvena asangamena cha. So now you tell me in this, the devotee should regularly see my statues in temple, touch my lotus feet, and offer worshipable paraphernalia and prayer. He should see the spirit of renunciation from the mode of goodness and see every living entity as spiritual. Satvena asangamena, and also madhishnya dharshana sparshana puja stuti abhivandanaihi. So what items are there in this? Puja. Tell me what those. Seeing the face of the Lord, getting the darshan of the deity, and also glorifying, worshipping, and vandanam. That means so archanam, vandanam, dasyam, sakyam, atmanivedanam. Some items are there or not? Puja is archanam. So vandanam is also there, and also darshanam. So these are all direct devotional activities, and also asangamena. Asangama means without attachment. That means with detachment. This the detachment comes, renunciation comes under what? Gnana. So okay, gnana items are also there. So devotional items also there. Go to the next sloka, 17. Mahatam bahumanena dina namanukampaya maitriya chaivatmatulyeshu yamena niyamena cha. Yamena niyamena cha. So here Yama and Nima are glossed as our Acharya. So I will tell those. We may not be knowing what is Yama Nima. So he gave the elaboration. So based upon that, then you tell me. Yama and Nima means here. So that means non-violence and also no stealing and ahimsa steya brahmacharya parigraha yamaha. That means so here yama means control. Ahimsa, asteyam means so not stealing, and brahmacharya. So these are all what? Yamas. And niyamas what? Saucha, santosha, tapa, swadhyaya, ishvara pranidhanani, niyamas. That means saucha means cleanliness, santosha, that means becoming pleased with the existing things, tapaha means austerity, swadhyaya. So these are the niyamas. All these comes under what? These are all comes under the gnana. These are the gnana sadhanas actually. Okay. Next 18 sloka you go. Adhyatmikanusravanat nama sankirtanacha me Adhyatmika anushravana. Adhyatmika anushravana means adhyatmika means so difference between matter and spirit. This is comes under what? Gnana. This comes under the gnana. And anukirtanam, nama sankirtanam. This is what? That's pure devotional service. That's bhakti. Okay. Arjavena arya sangena nirahankriya, without any false ego. That means it is also comes under the gnana. Okay. Next. Madharmano gunairetaihi parishamshuddha ashayah purushasyanja sabhyeti sruti matra gunam himam. By doing all these, that means karma, gnana, and bhakti, all these items, by practicing, what is going to happen? See the translation. One is fully qualified with all these transcendental attributes, and his consciousness is thus completely purified. He is immediately attracted simply by hearing my name or hearing my transcendental quality. So finally, by practicing all these, what is happening to him? He is getting the nirguna bhakti.
Discuss Bhakti Mishra Gyan and Bhakti Mishra Yoga.
Yes.
That is now here Bhakti Mishra, Karma Mishra Bhakti, Gyan Mishra Bhakti. So result was that what makes difference? There is stuck up only Brahman realization. Here how he can get either Brahman realization, land up, or proceed towards Bhagavad realization. That's Nirguna Bhakti, how it achieves. So what kind of Gyan?
What kind of?
Some difference.
Last line I am not understanding.
Oh, previous chapter we discussed.
That I understood. Yeah. Last line.
Here we discussing Karma Mishra Bhakti and Gyan Mishra Bhakti.
Karma Gnana Mishra Bhakti.
Karma Gyan Mishra Bhakti. So what is difference previous one to this, as well as ultimate result? Here also one can get Brahman realization also. And even though one can go get this, what is the Nirguna Bhakti also attain by doing Karma Mishra Bhakti, Gyan Mishra Bhakti. But Gyan Mishra Yoga,
Bhakti Mishra Gnana.
Bhakti Mishra Jnana and Bhakti Mishra Yoga, he can't get Bhagavad realization, or only stuck up Brahman realization or Paramatma realization. How? So?
There you see, Bhakti Mishra Gnana and Bhakti Mishra Yoga. Bhakti is just a tool actually, is Anga. For the what? Gnana, one time it is became Anga for the, Anga means assistant. So Bhakti is becoming assistant to the Gnana in the case of Bhakti Mishra Gnana. So that's why there they are getting what? Gnana is ultimate. That means ultimately he wants to get the Brahman realization. So that's why they are getting the Brahman realization. And in the Bhakti Mishra Yoga, what is the prominent there? Yoga is a prominent. Bhakti is just a tool actually. So that's why they are getting. So what they are getting? They are getting the. So yoga is a prominent. That's a Paramatma relation they are getting. They are interested in the yoga only mainly. And here what? Bhakti is prominent. So Karma Gnana Mishra Bhakti. Who is prominent here? Bhakti is prominent. And even Karma Gnana Mishra Bhakti, he may be do for getting the fruits of the results also. He may do this for the getting the Kaivalya also. But it can be done for the pure devotional service also. Even you can use this anyway. But here, so Kapila Bhagavan is explaining. So using this, one can desire bhakti, then he can also get, because karma and gnana, they are helping bhakti. So in purifying the heart and existence, and so that ultimately he is also getting the, that means karma gnana mishra bhakti, like bhakti can be used akama sarva kama va moksha kama udaradi. So karma gnana mishra bhakti can be done for the goal of, with the goal of sarva kama, that means material results. Karma gnana mishra bhakti also can be done. So for the goal of that means moksha kama, and karma gnana mishra bhakti can be done with the goal of akamaha. That means pure bhakti. So, but here it will definitely give pure bhakti because his goal is ultimately nirguna bhakti. Then what will happen? So his heart is purified and gradually he will be getting the, yeah.
Son or Mahatma realization.
No.
Yeah. Although practicing Gyan Mishra Bhakti also.
No fear means that's ye yathamam prapadyante. You are using this sadhana for what? If you use for the Kaivalya Kama also, you can get that also. Yeah, that is the point. Okay, understood everyone? So that says Shruti Matra Gunam Hi Mam. Madharmano Gunaihi Etaihi Parisamshuddha Ashaya. Parisamshuddha Ashaya means heart is purified. By Gunaihi, Madharmana Gunaihi Etaihi. These are all done. This ahimsa, this detachment, swadharma, all they are all done along with the bhakti. That's why they are all becoming the madharminaha, means madharmanaha. That means they are all becoming the Bhagavad Dharma. You are establishing. That means here karma and gnana, they are the. So write the question. In so question is like this. From 3.29.15 to 3.29.19. So list out items, list out various items related to karma. List out various items related to gnana. List out various items related to bhakti. Okay. You should list out. First of all, let me finish question. Okay. So you should list out all these. Okay. After listing this, establish. So in these slokas, so karma gnana mishra bhakti is karma gnana mishra bhakti is explained. Establish in these slokas, karma gnana mishra bhakti is established. Those you leave it. First of all, we make this question. Okay. So karma gnana mishra bhakti is discussed. Establish that here karma gnana mishra bhakti is discussed. This is a crucial point actually. You should establish here karma gnana mishra bhakti is established. So this is a crucial thing. You should write very systematically this answer. What is karma gnana mishra bhakti? That first you should define. First you should list out the karma items, gnana items, bhakti items in these slokas. That is the first step. And in the second step, what you should do? You should define what is Sangha Siddha Bhakti. In the Sangha Siddha Bhakti, what we are going to do? We are going to do karma or the gnana along with the bhakti. When it is done, because they are done in the company of bhakti, that's why they are also considered as Bhagavad Dharma. So this you should say, and okay, writing answer you are writing, and then you should say that. So since this karma and gnana are done along with the bhakti, that's why they are all also considered as bhakti. How what is the proof for this? So you should write, it is proved in 19 sloka. Etaihi madharminah guna. So madharmanaho gunaihi etaihi madharmanah gunaihi etaihi. So here etaihi gunaihi. Okay, actually, okay, they are done in company with the bhakti, so that's why they are also considered as Bhagavad Dharma. So this is said in actually in the 11th canto. In the 11th canto, it is said. Anyway, that is, I'm not quoting. You should write this. So since they are done according with, because Kapila Bhagavan is saying, so to do all these along with the bhakti, so that's why, so they are all considered as the Bhagavad Dharma, and in this way it is here Karma Mishra Bhakti is discussed. Okay, like this you should go. Understood? How many marks now? So karma listing, gnana listing, bhakti listing, 6 plus defining the karma mishra bhakti, karma as sangha siddha bhakti, just another 1 mark. And after that, so here finally by this they are getting what? So nirguna bhakti. Okay, 7 marks. Why 10 marks? Or points are not there? 10 marks. Ah, 5 slokas. Okay, 10 marks. 10 marks. Okay, chalo. Purports you should all read. You all read these purports. It's very easy, and now you'll get clearly. Only few points you'll see in this. Okay. First sloka, if you take 15, you take purport. What is said? One has to execute prescribed duties according to his social position as Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. The prescribed duties of 4 classes of men in human society are also described in Bhagavad Gita. The activities of Brahmanas are to control the senses and to become simple, clean, learn. So the Kshatriyas have a spirit of ruling. They are not a. But in the society, you'll be seeing the most of the times this Karma Gnana Mishra Bhakti only is done most of the times. So most of the people, they will be, so they do their dharma, and also exactly that means everything directly related to the devotional service. So that is may not possible also in the many cases, many people's case. If they are yeah, if they are doing this karma along with bhakti, and so this karma is done ultimately for what? So here according to Srila Jiva Goswami, nirguna bhakti means is clear. It is very clear. 2 criteria. What is that? Uninterrupted and unmotivated. So without any other results, and also uninterrupted means all the time mind is fixed in the Lord. So that means he will be doing Shravanam Kirtanam 24 hours.
Consciousness. It
Yeah.
can depend on one's consciousness.
Yes.
It can be decided whether it is a
Yeah.
pure bhakti or karma mishra,
Yeah.
jnana mishra. But
Yeah.
that element can be there.
Yes.
It cannot be generalized.
Externally, he might be doing only. Yours, Prabhu. Nadi. ఏం పర్లేదు తీసేయండి ఇది. Externally, maybe they are doing these so many activities, but internally their mind is completely fixed, like gopis. So they might be doing the external activities like cooking, this, that, and so many other. 100 in there. So then what? Then that is that's a pure devotional service only. Criteria should be satisfied. How much time we will be engaged in the Nirguna Bhakti, that up to you. So when you chant sometime, and then that is Nirguna Bhakti, definitely. But and that is Nirguna Bhakti. That slice is definitely known as Nirguna Bhakti. But if you are doing the karma and bhakti, karma and jnana, so that they are helping you to purify your consciousness, they are helping bhakti. So by following your strictly dharma, it is bringing you into the mode of goodness. And by practicing the jnana, it will make you to renounce the things. By following the jnana, what you will get the detachment actually. So by analyzing the tattvas and these, so this is all the helping you bhakti. So that you are going to more and more doing the nirguna bhakti. So it is a jnana karma jnana mishra bhakti actually. Then, and nirguna bhakti means consciousness should be completely fixed on the Lord. Okay, it's not so easy doing the nirguna bhakti. It's very difficult. 10 minutes also our mind will not stay. We will be doing the rajasika bhakti and tamasika bhakti. Or otherwise, sometimes अपने क्यों है यार इस दुनिया में एकदम इधर से मुक्ति मिल जाए करके हरे कृष्ण पूरा टेंशन जीवन भर करके सोचते. We'll be thinking like that. We'll be always we're affected by modes, and that's why even we do chanting holy name, whatever that means, sakshat bhakti, that is also not pure actually, because that is tainted by our consciousness, which is motivated by the modes. So that's why we'll be doing the tamasika bhakti, rajasika bhakti, and sattvika bhakti. And doing nirguna bhakti is like a very highly is difficult actually. Or otherwise we'll be sleeping and chanting. What is our consciousness? 24 hours we'll be thinking something. Really for pleasing the Lord, it's very difficult. It's not a discouragement, but yeah, we should progress to that. Yes, Vipin Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Actually, it is very good that it has been classified what exactly bhakti is.
Yes.
What exactly bhakti means, how much pure it is, that getting to see Krishna means not just a small thing, but at the same time we feel what you has just now coined a word, kind of discouragement also is there. When we see that we are practicing in mode of goodness according to our modes, so sometimes we feel discouraged, means what you said, because when we see that we are practicing in mode of ignorance and passion, then one may feel that kya kare, this totally what Prabhupada used to say is something, mamche vicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samtida brahma bhuyaya kalpate. As soon as you just chant the holy names of the Lord, you will be established into the mode of in devotional mode. So we have heard. So this is categorically going into highest state. So sometimes we get demotivated. So how to understand this?
So yeah, we should not be discouraged by our situation, because but that is also fact. You are diseased, and if you don't recognize your disease and think that I am healthy, and that disease is spreading inside the body and completely collapsing your health, and after that finally you are coming that, oh, end of the life, at the time of death, oh my dear friend, you are not qualified for the coming to me, you should do even another 10 lives. It's not good, na? Knowing that after that. So that's why better to know now and try to take this process very seriously, and try to fix the consciousness on the Krishna. And that's why it is alarming us. Our pure devotional service is not so cheap actually. And that kind of consciousness we should develop, which is completely free from the offenses, and always mind is fixed on the Lord and just thinking for him. And your understanding how it is very much important, and how it is defined actually. And on the other side also we are encouraged, because we are taking holy name, which is that means the sakshat bhakti we are doing, and that is quickly will bring you up to the final goal. So if we keep faith, and that means utsahat nischayat dhairyat, you should have the patience and also determination, and also determination, patience, enthusiasm. And if you do, then definitely will you progress. So that's why it is help. It's not a discouragement. If you don't know, then so simply thinking whatever we are doing, we have so much attachment for the all material things, and just by coming to this, joining into organization is not simply a qualification to go to Vaikuntha or the Goloka. Just I am following the so-called customs, or externally wearing tilak and so wearing the dhoti kurta is not simply a qualification. So it needs really background work, a lot of background work is needed. And really we should change the consciousness and try to understand the swarupa of the bhakti and try to aspire for that. And this is very important. This section is, that's why is considered as a very important section. And Srila Jiva Goswami elaborately he is writing on this. And also next he is going to explain the various stages of the bhakti also. So especially Kanishtas, how they have to practice bhakti, that is explained in the next section also. For us, section is coming anyway.
Lot more to come.
Yeah. Yeah. So Satam Prasanga, that is the opinion he already expressed. What is Kapila's opinion? Always in the association of the devotees and hearing the holy name. This is his opinion. And but mother is very nice, kind, and for for our benefit, she asked a very good question actually. So that he opened the topic now and he discussed this. I hope you all understood the 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 chapters. This, at least, the spectrum, how the whole thing. Very, very important section. Again and again, you should read. So, in the light of, yes, Acharya's commentary and also purports. Scrutinizingly analyzing, and if you don't study, and we'll be in the illusion actually. Identifying our disease is very important. A neophyte considers next 16 sloka. I am seeing this some so Prabhupada is writing in the 15th sloka purport, that's the second paragraph. Such a loving service must be performed without reason, without impediment, and spontaneously. Krishna is lovable, and one has to serve him in whatever capacity one can. That is pure devotional service. Service is the pure devotional service. It should be directly connecting to the Krishna. So without mix of the karma and gnana. If it is directly serving to the Krishna, then that is known as pure devotional service. So Prabhupada is explaining in the same paragraph, which is Brahmanas, they can serve the Lord by using his intelligence, and Kshatriyas can serve the Supreme Lord by using his military arts, just as Arjuna served Krishna. Arjuna was warrior, and the damsels of Rajdham were girls born in of a Vaishya class, and they engaged in protecting cows and producing the agriculture. So Krishna's foster father Nanda Maharaj and his associates were all Vaishyas. They were not all educated, but they could serve Krishna by loving him and by offering everything to him. Similarly, there are many instances in which Chandalas or other lower Sudras have served Krishna. Also, the sage Vidura was considered a Sudra because his mother happened to be Sudra. There are no distinctions, for it is clear by the Lord in Bhagavad Gita that anyone engaged specifically in devotional service is elevated to the transcendental position without a doubt. So doing your occupational duty as a direct service to the Lord. So that is, or otherwise you are doing that activity as a swadharma, and that is also, consciousness is also very important actually. Some activities can be directly engaged into the service. We are producing the grains in the field and directly we are offering that to the Lord. Then it is directly connected to the devotional service. But you are doing that, I am Vaishya and I should do the agriculture. And then after that, I should get out from this karma. So for that, I should offer this result to the Lord. Then it is the Nishkam Karma Yoga. It's a matter of consciousness actually. So you might be doing externally anything, but if your internally consciousness is fixed in the Lord, then that is pure devotional service. Like Arjuna is also doing fight for the pleasure of the Krishna. You have to search out that means the direct connection with the Lord with that activity, then that is pure devotional service. If that is done as the karma and offered that, then that is karma mishra bhakti. So difference is like that. Okay, next 16th. So temple worship is one of the duties of a devotee. It is especially recommended for the neophytes. So various points are explained in this. In the 16th purport, here what is said? Archanam, Madhishnya, the puja is said. It's directly devotional service. And Asanga is Gnana. Actually, is it said in any paragraph? The exact meaning of the word Satvena by given Sridhar Swami as being synonyms with the Dhairyena or patience. One must perform devotional service with great patience. One should not give up execution of devotional service. So that's why we should see our society members are situated in the various levels. You cannot say immediately that means they are understanding the pure devotional service and immediately the mentality of karma cannot be easily going out. It's not so easy actually. They are addicted and they are for life after life. Even from the childhood, they are addicted to, so stick to their karma. And that consciousness, it is my duty, I should do. And that is, consciousness is having the karma consciousness. Because I am belonging to this varna and it's my duty and I should do. Or you are doing this is directly service to the Lord. So there's a great difference in the consciousness. Seeing that activity as direct service or otherwise, it is just it's my duty. So that's why my duty is this. Many people will be there in the society. So that's why we have to accept the varnashram system, because there is a good chance to relate everything with the Lord in every activity in that. So it is easy to relate the things with the Lord, and so that that is conducive, actually, conducive to the these. Or otherwise, you should become like, so Haridas Thakur, and 24 hours engaged in the no varnashram, firnashram, and just 24 hours Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare, all the time. Or otherwise, continuously engaged in the direct devotional service, like in the temple pujari. But when you go to the society, in the temple, you can engage everyone into the direct devotional service. But when you go to the society, when you go, then if you want to accommodate a society, then you need a setup which is conducive to the devotion, actually. Otherwise, it's not so easy, actually. Yes. Yes, Jay Gopinath.
Correction.
Yeah.
Bro, my question is about at present people are engaged only in their occupation. They don't know what is their karma because they don't know what is their varna. So how that we come or bring it with karma mishra bhakti in that consciousness.
That's why Prabhupada, after starting his movement, 1965 ISKCON, he registered and immediately started in 1966. All my devotees, Grihasthas, should shift to the West Virginia, so New Vrindavan project, and stay there and practice devotion. So only front-end preachers should stay in the cities, and remaining all should shift to the farm and practice the directly. That means simple living. So connect everything there with the Lord. You are working on the land and the cows. So connect, produce fruit grains and offer that to the Lord, and get the milk, offer that to the Lord, and have prasadam, and so read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, evening and morning, and chant Hare Krishna, go back to home. And we are not following, and we are situated in our own complex society, and how we can see these instructions. For purpose, if you want to follow, you should follow his instructions. Then you can see the meaning of Prabhupada purpose. And if you don't follow his instructions, and if you try to screw up the meaning and to adjust your position, then it's that's your problem. That's our problem, actually. We should screw up the meaning then. We should derive the new philosophies from the given lines. Then that's the problem. Then who is doing occupational duty? What occupational duty? That is whose problem? Our problem only. Then why he started the farm?
But also we don't see in Prabhupada's books, Prabhu, that all the grihasthas has to go to the farm community. Prabhupada in many places say that they can stay in whatever position they are in and they can continue their devotion. So how to take it? It's there in the books.
But Prabhu, that is something is better than nothing. So it will be time to time, it will be given that. So, okay, you are not able to do that. So at least you stay here and chant. Even that also we are going to see. That kind of description also will be coming in the Bhakti Sandarbha. So that kind of, so option also is there. That's the levels, Prabhu. It's not the idealistic position, actually. It is not the progressive leading step, actually. It's not something he's saying that you cannot take that as a idealistic thing, actually. That's not the topmost thing. So that will lead to that, at least in the encouragement, that instructions are at various levels. Instructions will be given to that. So at least you do this, okay. It doesn't that mean that it is the excuse, actually. So if you're serious, then why we have to waste your time on the unnecessary things? That's obvious, na Prabhu? You should check the consciousness. You simply check the consciousness. If someone is really serious, he in the devotional service, what he has to do? He has to simplify his life. Yes or no? And then if we are not doing and trying to screw the philosophy, then that is not right, actually. And he's saying, okay, if you are not able to do that, do this. Maybe in the next life you'll become something serious. And okay, we should not disgrace anyone. Na? So obviously whatever is conditioned to the bhakti, that we should accept. And if you are situated in the mode of goodness, That means environment also makes effect or not. If you are in the pub and club and can you do the japa and beautiful girls are dancing in front of you, and in the corporate company, so wearing this much knicker and they are coming, if you go and they are standing in front of you all the time, you are speaking with them, and can you say that so this environment is very nice? So it is there, and then how can you say then something we are arranging them? That means at least lunchtime you come and half an hour you do japa, and evening time you meet. So we are doing some patchworks and little bit some encouragements we are giving. It's not a wrong thing. Definitely, it's not a wrong thing. If you leave that, then they will be even utterly they will fall down. Actually, better go give something. But how can you say it is idealistic thing? How can you say we are progressing? It is just we are at least doing something actually, and it's obvious now. Then why you have to stay there? Why we have to stay there? And then what is that? What kind of Krishna consciousness you are getting by seeing all the time naked women? You tell me. How you are making this as a Krishna consciousness? Huh? Okay, Vipin Prabhu. Okay, you can unmute it.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, bro.
What you said is right, right, Prabhuji. Because seeing outside situation, it is okay. But in temples also, there is so much deviation. While practicing devotees also, when they come to temple, they have different motives.
Yes.
They have different motives of somebody having making money, somebody looking for a Mataji, somebody looking for something else from foreign.
Yeah.
So these kind of deviations are there.
Yes.
So rather than looking for pure devotional service, they are going to different directions and explaining it as and terming it as a devotional service.
Yes.
And they screw up philosophy. What you said is right. Because they use philosophy in different manners to suit in their words. That what we are doing is right, and what we are actually trying to do is a right thing only. It's a devotional service only. So it's kind of thing happening. What you said is right.
Yeah, that means see sometimes some Maharajas say, okay, you are doing pure devotional service only. That's there to encouragement. They say actually, okay, continue. You should not get agitated. But you should see that from your point of view, what is good for you. You are able to understand or not? If you really you want to progress in the bhakti, what you will expect actually? You want a simple life, peaceful life, and where there are no and simply. So because we are not transcended, even half an hour also we cannot chant the holy name. Only thinking Krishna. How many hours you will do? Tell me. How many minutes you can do? Without sleeping any day did you chant? Tell me. Without sleeping one day did you chant? Even one round did you do without sleeping? Then why we speak this pure devotional service is so we are doing, and so we are trying actually. We are trying to do, and we are encouraged. We are encouraged by that. Okay, do no problem. But definitely we should keep the hope actually. Utsaha, nisya, dhairya. We should keep the patience, and that's the point he said. Satvena means dhairyena. That's Sridhar Swami is giving. So one must perform devotional service with great patience. Great patience. Why patience is required? Because we are not. If we are already doing the pure devotional service, why here the great patience? Why Rupa Goswami is writing that sutra? It's not so easy to come to the pure devotional service. That's a patience. Why it is said? Because you are not there. That instruction itself is indicating. And utsaha, why some instruction is made means what? Something is you should not urinate here. Means what? Someone is doing the urine there. And utsaha, nichaya, dhairya is recommended, is very seriously said to us, means what? We don't feel any enthusiasm, we don't feel any patience, and also we don't feel any determination. That's why specifically instruction is made. That is an obvious understanding. Huh?
That
No,
is why if somebody is about to leave Krishna consciousness, then Maharaj will also feel okay, it's okay now. You remain, you do whatever. Try to cope up with that. It
we should
happens.
encourage actually, even because ultimate thing is holy name they are taking. There is a good 100% there is a progress. No doubt in that actually. Maybe that may take 1 life, 2 life, or 3 lives. What is there? Millions of lives already we cross through, and 1, 2 lives we become Krishna conscious, fully Krishna consciousness. Is there any wrong? So we are encouraged only. No? We should encourage. If someone is not able to come, okay, no problem. Okay, but don't get agitated. Do this. Do seriously and try to become more and more Krishna consciousness. So it's not a problem actually. And they are allowed to do more and more to become Krishna conscious. It is because in the bhakti process, nothing is lost actually. You are adding your account and you are purifying, and definitely some purification is going on, and we'll definitely progress. If you are all serious as a community members of that temple, congregational members, you are all serious, then make a plan and let's together stay in a nice place, and where we can have the easy life and with simple life, and so we can have the things very easily. Our livelihood is earned very easily, irrespective of the outside influence. Outside invaders or outside people are not influencing life. And that kind of setup is there, then it's good, no? Actually, is there any wrong in that? If something as much, if you really want something benefit, so quickly want, then you will be also doing in that same direction, your endeavors. Try to, so whatever suitable, whatever is seriousness you are increasing means you try to change. So your ideologies and you leave the passion and ignorance, because cities means mode of passion and ignorance is too much is there, and that is always to make your bhakti as rajasic bhakti or tamasic bhakti. Even you do the chant, so all the time this rajoguna is playing, and rajasic and tamasic bhaktis will do. Nirguna bhakti is not so easy also. Jayagopal, you have something? Yeah.
Is it okay to ask now, Prabhu? Certainly.
Running out time also.
Okay, Prabhu, you go ahead.
Yeah. And we should not encourage the congregation. If they should be in the cities, they should earn money and they will give money for my temple. So let them work. And maybe their half consciousness maybe on the outside will no problem, but temple will go on. And that kind of benefits we should not see actually. So we should give for our congregation whatever really is good for them. That also, if in the material world is something is difficult, then we try to do in the step by step. Maybe even in the going to the farm, it's unpractical because people are living in the cities and habituated. Do that step by step. Maybe out of your 100 people's congregation, first maybe 10 who are very serious, they may go, and these people are backed up. Other people, 90 members are backing up the 10 people. They are trying to make one setup, and then after the next year, another 2-3 years later, so another 10 members adding, and like that. So who are serious in that, so they are taking up, and these are backed up by the people who are working in the city. Something actually we should think and try to make the environment very conducive actually. Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, Jai Gopinath, Prabhu.
I'm sorry, bro. I thought of not asking that, but you spoke it out, so I thought of asking it again. So the whole question is that we are also practically seeing some very serious devotees gave up their job and they come to farm, but they couldn't survive, so they go back for maybe various physical or mental status. So on seeing that as a responsible society member, we also have to advise them in an appropriate way.
Yes.
So sometimes we have to tell them to simplify their life in wherever they are, as not desiring for so many other things,
Yes.
and then live for meager eating or whatever sufficient, and
Yes.
then some place for sleeping, and the remaining
Yes.
do for Krishna conscious programs and other things.
Yes. Yes.
So that is where I first asked the question. Sometimes we don't know what is our varna, but we are in some situation. So how we can consider that as this karma or jnana, which is based on most of the times on the varnashrama, and then mixture of bhakti. So we are being taught with direct devotional service, which is pure devotional service, and we are practicing those elements as we discussed yesterday, that at times we are doing pure devotional service because our consciousness is fixed for few seconds or few minutes in pure devotion on in connecting with Krishna.
Yes.
And other times it is in one of the modes. Maybe we cannot say the jnana or karma because we don't know what is karma or jnana, because we are not habituated in that. Certainly it will be in the modes.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So those activities, because any activity done in this material world comes under the modes, and now that activity may be coming under either Brahmanical activity or otherwise, so Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, or otherwise out of the that means it's a Vikarma also. Sometimes it may be the Vikarma also. So because which is going against the principles of the Shastra, like you are becoming the part of the destruction of the Prakriti, and you are earning money, and you are not identifying what activity you are doing. You are becoming the part of the destruction of the others, and you are harming, and you are earning money, and you are thinking that so you want to do devotion. So if a really devotee means you should be manifesting the qualities about the other living entities. You should be also having the compassion, and then how can you do that actually? So it means what? So we should not crub. That means so that means forcibly you should not bring out the philosophy. If we are really serious, then automatically we are feeling that means compassion or not. And how can we say we are doing the himsa? Here ahimsa is said clearly, and we are doing himsa, and also we want to practice devotional service, which is not the quality of a devotee. So that means what? They want more time. Let them take and let them practice. Even they are not able to understand this, no problem. Okay. So you keep on continue on progress and try to. So whenever time comes, it will be understood. It's not that the whoever is joining in ISKCON or whoever is just taking Diksha, everyone is not going in this lifetime to the Goloka. It's not so cheap actually. And maximum Prabhupada also says they go up to Swarga and come back. So but definitely bhakti is not loss actually. That is the main important point. And there is no loss. And slowly they will develop and gradually progress. And all the good qualities they are manifesting. So even this Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, so they left their work. They are working under that kind of king, and why we need to follow this, live this, and we live simply. So that's indicator actually. If we are not able to sense this point also, we are not sensing this thing also, and devotion makes our heart soft and clean. So what it mean then? What it mean? So soft means you are becoming the part of the destruction of the society. You are working under the cow killers, cow eaters, and our Lord's is a deer. For him, cows are the deer. And then how we can say that our Lord loves? If you are real lover of the Lord, and your your lover is loving the something, then that is lovable to you also or not? And someone is cutting that and eating, and he is maintaining you, he is giving money. And are you not able to see these things? Even after seeing that you are forcefully so working and trying to, that means earn money from him. So what it mean actually? Huh? What it mean actually? What wrong?
Then in our preaching, we have to say only that everyone has to give up their job and then become a devotee. Then only they can go back to the spiritual world.
So give up job, we are not saying. So that's why Prabhupada is saying clearly, simple living, high thinking. One has to come to the, at least the goodness to become transcendental. And we are not, no need to say, we should not scary. That means we should not make people scary. We should encourage the people actually. Even in at the time of, and the person is child, so he may not many things, he may not know many things actually in detail. So then still we'll be saying that, yes, for the time being, to him, to account his capacity, we say little knowledge only. We don't explain many things actually there. So then as much as one is progressing, then we can. Then why Prabhupada is saying, if you see his lectures in the last 5 years, 75% of his instructions are on. So moving to the, so simple living, 75% of his lectures, you open directly from the mouth of the Prabhupada, you can hear. He said in every temple, there is a need to have a Varnashrama college. Why he said this? Thousands of, if you search in the folio, type the word Varnashrama college, so many places you'll be finding, thousands, hundreds of the searches you can find. So what Prabhupada is directly speaking, his Vani. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur, you go and see in the, on the Bhakti Siddhanta Sajjana Toshini, in the many places. Why? That is why Varnashrama is not, we are not using Varnashrama as our sadhana, is not our sadhana. That is conducive for the bhakti, that's why we are accepting. Our sadhana is only chanting holy name. That is the highest. And we don't want to give up. But we try to come to the soft life, pure life. And anyway, it is also not so easy. This kind of, even society also, you cannot stay in this society. Slowly, everything is, resources are dried up and feeling difficulty every day, day by day. So instability of the job, all the time anxiety for the lively sustenance, whether my job will be there or not. So many problems. If you go and analyze, see in that position, how much pain they are taking, grostas. They are really happy in their jobs. They are not at all happy actually. Really, they have the full, that means satisfaction by working that. No. But somehow or other, so they are not able to do, because we are not able to create the setup also. And that's why you cannot make homeless actually, just by saying you go farm. But first of all, give the training, systematically help them to transit from here to there. Then we should give. That's why we don't give immediately these day instructions. It doesn't mean that those instructions are not needed, but those needed. But as much as society so matures and they become serious, and if you find serious devotees, so you should encourage that. That is the thing actually. Finally, we should so encourage them, and we should not hide. We should not hide the truth for them. Then that is not good. And we should not be selfish also. Any instructor or guide, we should speak complete spectrum, and whatever they are situated, let them stand there and slowly let them progress. Maybe 1 life or 2 life, what is there? And Nirguna Bhakti, you cannot change, na? Nirguna Bhakti means what? Conditions are clear. All the time mind has to be fixed in the Lord. So it's not that they just, we are sleeping and chanting and like that we left our life and we are going back to Godhead. Is it happening? Will it happen? Will it happen, Prabhu? It will not happen. See, we have to see practically where we are. We are very, very far from our goal. It is not a discouragement, but understand we are all positively think. That's why Rupa Goswami said, Dhairya, be patient and work. Okay, Prabhu. Jai Gopinath. I am not disgracing you, na? I am like that. I am disgracing you. It's not the. There are so many instructions.
No, bro. The discouragement is not for me, but as a preacher,
Yeah.
so what we are doing and then how we have to do and uh, to think about that, so that makes us to think even more and more.
Yes, Prabhu.
So certainly it is not a discouragement for us.
Yes, Prabhu. You start preaching, cultivate them, and take the 10 years time, and slowly you cultivate in that phase, that such a setup, and make them prepare, and in between, so they let them give arrange the trainings for them, and slow that. You have to have this planning actually. Nothing is going to happen in one day. So it's like a gradual process. Okay, Prabhu. Practically to implement, it takes some time. Maybe we may not successful us, but truth is this. But we try to push the movement and also people encourage them, seeing by their consciousness and appropriately with the proper guidance, and without losing their, at least they should not leave the existing bhakti. So that we should encourage them. Yes. Okay, Prabhu.
Yes, bro.
If we do fanatical preaching, then they will be living total bhakti. Fanatical preaching is not needed, but Lord himself is giving Yatechasi tata kuru. We will explain everything, and whatever you can do, you do. Okay, next. 20, yes. Wow, who is that? Aham sarva bhuteshu bhutatma vastita sada tamavagnaya mammartyaha kurutercha vidambanam. Translation: I am present in every living entity. I really desperately need some another 15 minutes at least. Please, everyone, please cooperate with me. And you are coming now only to the class. Just refresh, everyone. Okay. Yes. 21. Oh, 20th. यथावातरथो ग्राणम् आवृङ्क्ते गन्ध आशयात् एवं योगरतं चेता आत्मानमविकारियत्. So translation: as a chariot of air carries an aroma from its source and immediately catches the sense of smell, similarly, one who constantly engages in devotional service in Krishna consciousness can catch the Supreme Soul, who is equally present everywhere. So, in this sloka, what is said? Yatha as a chariot of air carries aroma. Air is carrying the gandha, aroma. Okay. Similarly, one who constantly engages in devotional service in Krishna consciousness can catch the Supreme Soul, who is equal present everywhere. It's direct. Aham sarva bhuteshu bhutatmavastita sada tamavagnaya mammartyaha kurutercha bidambanam. Translation: I am present in every living entity as a super soul. If someone neglects or disregards that super soul, so everywhere, and engages himself in the worship of the deity in temple, that is simply imitation. Here, this is the sloka related to Kanishta Bhakta actually. So, Kanishta Bhakta, he is seeing the Lord in only in deity, seeing the Lord in deity, and he is neglecting the Lord presenting in all other living entities. And neglecting all presenting Lord, neglecting the Lord who is presenting in all the bodies, and seeing only Lord in the Archa Vigraha, then his devotion is Vidambanam. It is just imitation. It is imitation. So I am sending one material to everyone. So this material will be helpful for all of you. You all received the file. Please open that. So Kramasandarbha we discussed on this 21, 22 to till 32, till 33. This is the complete, how many pages? 6 pages are there. These will be covering till 32. Okay, one shot. So in 21, 22, 23 and 24, in these 4 slokas, so you see, aham sarva bhuteshu bhutatma vastita sada tamavagnaya martyaha kurutercha vidambanam. So that means the person neglected Paramatma who is situated in the everyone and making the deity and is worshipping him. I, the soul of being, am always situated in all jivas. A person, by disrespecting me in all beings only, so disrespect so my deity. That means he is not seeing the Paramatma in living entity and just making the deity and he is worshipping. It is nothing but disrespecting only. This Vidambanam means here, so Sridhar Swami is writing as is disrespecting her here in this, it is that it's imitation. It's just it's imitation. It is not really devotion actually. Not really devotion means it's not really a required thing. So required thing is what? One has to understand at least that Paramatma is there. Realizing is next thing. But one has to understand Paramatma is there in the every living entity. So in the next sloka it is said that Yomam sarveshu bhuteshu santamatmanamishwaram hitvarcham bhajate maudhyat bhasmanyeva juhoti saha. You see in that file whatever I sent 3:9:22. So translation we read here. One who worships the deity of God in the temples but doesn't know that Supreme Lord as Paramatma is situated in every living entity's heart must be in ignorance and is compared to one who offers oblations into ashes. It is said that offering oblations into ashes. So I translated, he who out of foolishness worships the deity while neglecting me, the Lord present in all beings. Lord is present in all the living beings, is neglecting those, that Lord, and simply worship the deity. And he sees Lord there only in that deity. Then that is nothing but he is offering oblations into ashes. Actually, anyway, we'll discuss tomorrow only. And what 44 we should reach also. Tomorrow is only the last day. Tomorrow I will take extra hour actually. It will be 3.5 hours. I'm leaving now because it's on one shot. Because tomorrow is last day for me to take the class. Day after tomorrow, Kanai Krishna Prabhu is coming. Okay. Okay, we'll finish this. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki. Lot more points are there to discuss, but time is limited. Yes. Some tension. 32, 33. Okay. Over. Okay. Thank you very much, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.